Well, the story starts with me on my hands and knees in the desert just outside Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Chuck Vosberg, and it's story time. A lot of people ask me, how did I become a realtor? What was the whole thought process behind that? And for those of you that don't know me a long time, I'm just going to back it up a little bit and tell you that I started off my career as an art director at an advertising agency and eventually drifted into photography full time. And that brings us to the desert. So I was a commercial photographer full time and did really, really well at that. And we had a job out in the desert just outside Las Vegas in August. It was 114 degrees. The whole thing was outdoors. And we were scouting around for locations on the first day of a 3-day shoot. So we're scouting around and I got heat exhaustion. So there I am on my hands and knees throwing up on a cactus. And it was absolutely miserable. Well, we got the 3 days of shooting done. I was able to recover from that, and that was fine. But on the flight back, I was with Pat, because Pat's an accomplished photographer too, and she would always come and assist me on these jobs. So I said to her, I got to figure out something for when I get older, because, these on-location photo shoots are really getting hard. And so we talked about it, and he agreed, yeah, we're going to need to figure something out, but I didn't know what. So I just kind of thought about it. It was in the back of my mind. I had never considered real estate as a career, but I went to a Christmas party with Pat and the people at her office, and I, got to know some of the folks that worked in the office, and they were awesome. They were really great people. They had really fulfilling lives because they were helping people, and really helping people was something important. So it kind of changed my whole attitude about real estate from having zero interest to, wow, that's something I'd like to do too. So a little time went by. I asked Pat and if, what'd she think if I joined up with her? Because she's been a realtor forever. And she's like, oh, that would be awesome. I'd love to work with you full time. That would be really great. So she decided that, and I decided, all right, I'm doing it. So I went to school in secret because I didn't want to hear anybody's opinion. I didn't want to hear anything. I just wanted to do it and get through the schooling. And also, if I changed my mind midway through, nobody would know. And, I wouldn't have to hear anything about that either. So did the schooling in secret, and then on my 50th birthday, I shocked everybody and told everybody I'm retiring from photography. I'm not going to do another professional job ever again, and I am now a full-time realtor along with my wife, Pat. So everybody was shocked, and there were a couple things that I really learned from that, and I'd like to share these with you because I found out that there are a lot of things that are universally true. So, for example, the things that made me a really good photographer were exactly the same things that make me a good realtor. It's things like showing up on time, being easy to work with, doing what you say you're going to do, and really coming through for people. Because, really being able to do a great job is expected. That's the minimum to get in, no matter what your profession is. So that was one thing that was absolutely universal. And then the other thing was I had gone from being Tampa Bay Professional Photographer of the Year, being fairly well known, having a really great career, earning really good money, to being the new guy that didn't know anything. So that was another universal truth that I came across, was that you have to be able to put your pride aside and not try to bring whatever it is that you knew from other things into whatever you're trying to learn. So I put my pride aside. I listened to my wife. I listened to our brokers. I listened to anybody who was willing to teach me anything, and just got as much knowledge as I could, as quick as I could. I made that my 100% focus. I wanted to be a really great realtor. I didn't want to just be an average one. I wanted to be great. I wanted to be as good as Pat, or maybe even better if I could. So I was learning and learning, taking all the classes I could. I'm a big believer in education. So learning all this stuff, we're so lucky. We've got the best brokers ever, Jan Bruzis and Michael Bindman. They have been in the business for forever, at like 30, 40, 80, I don't know how many years, but they've been in it for a long time. And they both have the hearts of teachers. So they really took me under their wings. And I really think it was that I was willing to put my pride aside, like I said, and listen and do what they said and take their advice and acknowledge their expertise and their experience. And it really brought me along fast. Now here I am, going on 10 years later, and Pat and I have won a lot of awards. We've been very fortunate. We've had some great clients. We've had the opportunity to help a lot of people, and it's been totally fulfilling. And not only that career-wise, but personally, we've made so many great friends. And most importantly, Pat and I have been able to spend pretty much every minute, every day together, living together, working together, and working towards the same goals. And I know working together is not for every couple, but for us, it's the power of what we do. Us two combined is just so powerful, and we get so much done, and we move ahead in life so much quicker. So I really recommend it. I wish I'd done it sooner, to be honest with you. But that's a story of how I became a realtor, and I love it. I honestly do. I love my profession, and I love working with Pat. So if you've got any questions, put them in the comments or call me, text me. Ask me anything. I will literally tell you anything you want to know. There's no question off limits. So I'm Chuck Vosberg, and I'm glad to be with my wife, Pat, at Next Home Gulf to Bay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.